Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right in my living room in the wee hours of the morning. I do what I do for you. Today, rather than 25 rules to live by, storytelling, story with a message in the story for life. Got a good one for you today, something near and dear to my heart, for real. Yeah. All right, let's go. I'm feeling pretty good this morning. I got a good one for you. Let's do it. Right Thinker's mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life, and it is a way of life, a good one, through mental and spiritual discipline use daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of obtaining spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission. I'm on it. I want you to get to know just who you are. My goal is to do that by means of informing you on what you need to do. I got the instructions for you. But the question I got to ask you, do you know you? And it's left to us by our ancients. Know thyself. Right thinking goal is to do just that. Get you to know you. I know me. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I teach them. That's why I do what I do. It's for you. I got you. A person who knows not and believe that they know, dangers avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. Like most people this time of the morning. Spiritually though, I can wake you up. Why? I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I got the information that will do just that. Wake you up to you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. To Maya be true. Got to give her her due. We do it for our men. Do it for Maya. I do. I got her back. Don't worry about it. Here you go. Now, today, right thinkers, let's talk about the art of learning and living the truth. Yeah, this is the topic that I've been on for the last couple of days. I want to get another lesson in with you, see if you agree. Here you go. I get a lot of people saying, oh, that's a good statement, good topic. Okay, I got another one for you. Let's go. Now, we have to change our approach of how we educating our young children. Give them the truth. Let that seep in. Why wouldn't we want to give our young the truth? Why wouldn't we want to put our young in the best position for them to know, to be, and have the truth? If we don't change that approach, we're going to have the same problem. The Ouroboros, the snake swallows his own tail. That's buffering for you new people. It's chasing the tail for some unintelligent people, but it's going around and around where you're going, or the hamster wheel. You're going nowhere. It's like going to the gym. In the treadmill, you run for hours, you can run for miles, and you ain't went nowhere conceptually. That's what keep feeding the wrong information to our young will do for the cycle of life. Go nowhere. We have our own way of life set forth for us by our ancient ancestors of Egypt. They left us Maya. I live it, I study it, I mastered it. It's a way of life that you can adopt and you will be a better you. That's all they did in ancient times. Their aspirations were to be just their best selves. Why? That's the ticket to the afterlife, to eternity. This is temporary. If you like it here, you love it in the afterlife. But if you think this is it, you'll never make it to the afterlife. Here you go. I know of education system. I teach it. Right thinking philosophy that will what? Enlighten and raise our young people's consciousness of knowing themselves and their creator. Once you connect with God, everything else will fall into place. I got goosebumps right now. If we taught our young children the concept of Maya, the way of life that the Egyptians adopted for over 3,000 years, that they lived in peace and harmony with each other, we can't get along like family members. So imagine a whole society living in harmony. That's what right thinking philosophy, ancients used Maya to do just that. Yes, we have to give our young children their birthright, which is what? Knowledge. Knowledge is what will change the world for our people. If ignorance caused this state that we're in, why don't we try knowledge to see if that get us out of this situation? It changed my life. That's why I do what I do. Hopefully it'll help you. Because that's what it's made for. To just help the individual who adopts that method, use that philosophical concepts and points of view, and better yourself. You can pick and choose any arena you want. I'm just offering you another one. That's all. It's not new. It ain't new. Trust me. All right, moving on. If we teach our young the truth from the beginning, that means childhood, early childhood, implement God, implement righteousness, implement self improvement, implement being your best self, and then we'll see a change. Why? Because the bar has been raised. Right now, our bar is real low. When I was coming up, America was like 1 to 3 in education. Now we in the 20s. That means a whole lot of people that's doing better than us. Stay in competition, but you got to stay up on what you're doing, or you will fall behind. How could we be the third, first, or second, third in the nation in education for 40 years, and 40 years later, we're in the teens, in the 20s? That's not progress. That's regress. Calm down. All right. If we had or we use right thinking philosophy in our nurseries, in our elementary schools, there would be an instant change. By the time the kid gets to high school, they're ready to flourish. They're ready to take on the world. Right now, the kids going to high school just as dumb as they was coming out of elementary school and the middle school. Education systems not working for us. Work for them. Ain't working for us. With knowledge of self, aka right thinking philosophy, at an early age, you will have unlimited potential for yourself. We teach that the noon was infinite possibilities, the water, the abyss, whatever you call it, but it was full of possibilities. What Ra did when he came out, he set Mayat in place, which is order. He put things in order. That's what Mayat represents. That's why I give her the respect. Right? Anything can happen when there's possible potentials. We teach that the noon was infinite possibilities waiting for something to happen. Your brain is waiting to be instructed with knowledge that it can make something happen. Change, transformation, better living, better way of life for us as a people. If 1 or 2 individuals doing it, that don't mean nothing. They're gonna stand out. They're gonna look different. I'm strange. Why? Because I'm doing the right thing and everybody's doing the wrong thing. So I look out of place. When I did the wrong thing, I fit in perfect. I got issue with that, but I didn't want to talk about it right now. Yeah, why? I'm big on educating our young with ancient Egyptian knowledge. Why? Because that's the original knowledge. That's the truth. It ain't watered down. It ain't corrupted. It ain't hand fed to us for a purpose. Use what's ours. We started this. It's designed to make men God-like with what? Knowledge of self, and through what? Righteous living. It's not a secret. Although I did go get the secrets, and I do have the secrets. I know them. I'm just giving them to you where they're not secrets. They're just educational concepts. I can do that for you. It's esoteric meanings that I have to my messages. You'll understand. Subliminal messaging is what I do. If we show them, watch this, if we show them, they will learn better with what? Visuals. We got to not just tell, we got to show. As a parent, my job is to show my children what good looks like. Show my children what respect and pride for yourself looks like. I not only taught my children right from wrong, I showed them as best I could at that time. I gave them the best I had. That's all you can do. That's all he can ask. I'm not asking you to give me something you don't have. I'm not going to ask for more than what you can provide. Trust me, I understand. Now, I show who? My students and anyone else who cares to watch to see how I do what it is I do for you every day. Tune in. I got you. This is an ongoing show. It don't stop. All right. I want to be an inspiration and motivation to some young people to be their best selves. I hope that somebody says, I want to be like him. Yeah, that's role modeling. They call it showing off, hot dog and conceit. But if you carry yourself in a manner in which you want to be seen a certain way, people are going to see it a little different. But you keep doing what you do. All right. I show and I teach because it's more effective when you show them how it's done, and then you can tell them. Show, tell, not tell, show. Don't get it twisted, please. It was, if we did a better job, not saying we, I'm involved, better job doing what? The right thing. That's what I do. I speak for that. Our young will follow our lead. If you lead in the right way, they will follow. For me, there's not enough role models to follow. Like I said, 1, 2 every now and then, yeah, they're going to stand out. But we need more. You don't have to be a superstar. Everybody ain't got to be great and famous to be role models and good examples for our young. If we had more conscious role models in other areas, education, philosophy, all these other areas that we don't even pay attention to because it ain't a ball, we don't want it. If you ain't running, flying, throwing something, we don't want to deal with you. We need this. When I was young, being black and proud was our pride chant. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. Do we have a mantra now? Do we have a pride chant now? I'm just saying. We give too much power to who? The people who will do what? Abuse it, misuse it because of their fame and fortune that we think they're so better than everybody else. They're not good people. I will tell you, you judge a person by his character, not by his title or that nonsense. But I digress. If you're not helping your people to achieve a better situation for themselves, you don't need to be doing whatever you're doing. Calm down. Or if you just ego tripping and greedy, you're going to take all the accolades, you're going to do all the things, and everything is self-serving. When we become, activists for the people, they think you're crazy. Why? Because you make a lot of money, you ain't got to do that. But if your heart is in the right place, you want better for what? Other people. If you're doing good, you do want better for others. I go down into the into the belly. Why? That's why I work my best work. I don't do this for the righteous. No, I don't need that. I need to get to the ones who need it. That's what makes me. Okay, I do what I do. If you're not, all I want to do, watch this, is what? Enlighten, teach my people so we can have a better situation worldwide. Not just in the community, but I got to start somewhere. I'm in Patterson and community right now. I'm doing what I do there. And guess what? I'm getting the job done. So I know it works. Small scale, but it's okay. It's working. Remember, a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. I always take a little bit. I don't need a lot, just a little bit. And my man 50 say. All right, here you go. Let me wrap this up. I appreciate you tuning in. I am a role model. And I'm proud to be that. Why? Because I want people to change for the better. And I want to show them what better looks like. That's my goal. I live right, again, daily, hoping someone is watching and want to do the same. That's what role model is all about. Do what you do, and those who watch you, I told you, if I respect and admire you, I'm going to emulate you. I'm going to steal your character and make it mine. Why? Because if it's working for you, I'm going to try to see if it works for me. That's what I'm explaining to you. I'm trying to show you what I do will work for you too. You can just try it. I'm a leader by example. Yeah, that's all I know. I can show you better than I can tell you. Yeah, I talk a lot, but I will back it up. A lot of times, the phrase is, it ain't bragging if you can do it. Everything I say, I can do. Everything I tell you about, I have done. I'm not bragging, just let you know that's how it is, and that's what it was. I ain't got a problem with that. I ain't got to make up a whole bunch of stories to make me look big. I ain't got time for the nonsense, okay? That's the difference. And we should be our children's first real life role model. My mom and dad was mine. I still think the world of my mom to this day. Same about my dad. He's not here, but I still put him up there. Duda. That means my daddy father. Okay, my father, the Buddha, the enlightened one, the one who I go to in my time of need. You can call him God, you can call him what you want, but I gotta put a face to my God. I put an identity to my God, which is my father. My God is my mother. Conceptually, understand that. So let's get conceptualize and understanding perspective of other people. What's symbolic to you may not mean nothing to me, and vice versa. So respectfully, I got to understand that what's important to you is important to you and should be respected. But I expect the same in return. What's important to me should be respected, whether you agree with it or not. I don't have a problem with that. Okay? I want my son to go further than I did and wish and with my help, he did. I didn't get that walk across the stage in college. My son did. I told him on that day, "You're a better man than me." He said, "No, Dad, never." That means in his mind, he's never going to be better than me. In my mind, I would never be better than my dad. So I get it. That's a tradition you can keep going. That's respect. That's what should be held in tradition and symbolically should be important to each and every one. Last one. I also want my grandsons to want to be like who? Their pop. They love me. I love them, but I'm showing them what pop is. So I had one. I'm being what my pop showed me to be for my grandkids. And when my grandkids become pop-pops, they'll know how to be pop-pops. That's what education is all about. Teach our young. That's what I do for them. I'll be back. I got more.